We know you can't get enough waiver wire targets, so it's time to go deep. To the abyss. Fabs, help us out. Give us something only James Cameron and his one-man sub could find.
James Cameron. How about Devante Parker? You think he's down there in the depths?
Rookie?
This is a guy who is uber talented, and Money, you probably know better than anyone following college football and what this kid did at Louisville. And he's not really on the fantasy radar right now, but once he gets back to being 100% healthy and they start utilizing him in the offense, he could make an impact. So if you miss out on all of the top waiver claims this week and you've got that dead spot on your roster,
don't be a week late.
Put in a claim for Parker.
Marcus?
I'm going to go with Brandon Coleman. I mean, you look at that Saints offense, and Jimmy Graham collects mail in Seattle. Marcus Colston collects mail from AARP. Everybody's focusing on Brandon Cooks in that offense.
Look at that hair.
Drew Brees, he's got great hair. Drew Brees needs somebody to spread it around to. And we started to see Coleman pop up a little bit near the end of the preseason. And as long as everybody is focusing on Cooks in that passing game, there's going to be targets. There's going to be opportunities for Brandon Coleman to get open and make some plays downfield for the Saints.
And that was a heck of a touchdown play, by the way, that he had in that game.
Yeah, you guys talked about that dead spot. I think, if you're going to talk about a dead spot, I think Ty Montgomery, this guy is a guy that you might want to consider. And I think as he starts to get more, accustomed to the offense, working with Aaron Rodgers, and perhaps if something crazy happens out there, this is a guy that you could probably stash out there and just see how he develops. He's worth that because his quarterback's name is Aaron Rodgers.
And remember, what Ty Montgomery is doing is the exact same path that Randall Cobb followed, the exact same path that Jordy Nelson followed. They draft players that are dynamic in the return game, and you saw a dynamic return from Ty Montgomery in that game against the Bears. You didn't see a whole lot from Eddie Royal. You saw 0.8 fantasy points. He had a bit of an injury issue that kept him out for about a quarter and a half. But what I did see, again, if you're going deep and you're the last pick in your waiver claim league, in your league for the waiver claims, I saw 4 red zone targets from Jay Cutler. 3 in a row, as a matter of fact, on one series. So he's certainly looking Royal's way. And when I see those, all targets aren't the same. When you're in the red zone and he tries to go to Royal 3 times in a row, leads me to believe that he's going to catch some touchdowns. So I feel comfortable with that.
I can't hear his last name without thinking of Pulp Fiction.
Royale. Then you got to call him Royale.
Look, all things considered, his best ever season came when he was playing with Jay Cutler early in his career.
And again, it's a benefit that he only got the 0.8 points because, if you finished first or second this week in points, it's time to go get yourself some Royal. All right, be sure to tune in tomorrow for all the top starts and sits of Week 2. Catch NFL Fantasy Live Monday through Friday at 5 Eastern on NFL Network.